Hey, this is James. I'm going to go over creating a mix and match for selling multiple items from different categories within CashFootprint. First thing we're going to do is create an attribute group. And what I typically like to do is create something called discounts and then the unique discount types below it. So let's go to the attributes, so manage menu inventory, and then attributes, and click add. We're going to select none. We're going to create a new group and just do discounts. If you want this to apply to all items that you add from here on out, check the use for new items. So in a situation of something like a loyalty program or something like that, where every item you add is part of that, then you would check that box. So for the purposes of this video, just do discounts, hit save, and then click add again. The drop down should say discounts because this is where we're adding it. And let's just do mix and match. Mix and match. Okay, and hit save. So now we have a special discount called mix and match. It can be called whatever you want, BOGO, just whatever. So mix and match is what I'm using. I'm going to close out of here and go to inventory, inventory again. And let's just say these two items I want to add to that attribute group. You can just click edit and select it. Click edit on the other one, select it, and hit save. But I know that this item is part of the beer category, and this one is part of tobacco. So what I'm going to do is make things a little easier on myself and go to the inventory global attribute adjustment screen. I want to hit search for items. And then I am going to choose beer and tobacco. And also down here, I'm going to say, make sure you search for any items in the search criteria. So there are my two items that I want. I'm going to select both. You can do control or click the first one, hold shift down on the keyboard and select the last one. You can do control A to select everything. Just make sure that if you have more than one page, that you change it so all of them are on the same page. And when you change this, it'll automatically refresh. So if you've got 2 pages at 100, change it to 500. That way they're all on the same page. Click on the first item, control A, and hit select. Then you'll see items to adjust. I have 2. I'm going to add my mix and match attribute to those 2 items. So I'll select attribute assignment. I'm going to choose add. And then I'm going to choose mix and match from the right. You don't need to do discounts, just do the mix and match. And hit OK. That's going to assign it, and then you can close that screen. So now we have the items in inventory assigned to the mix and match attribute group. Now we're going to create a discount for that group. So inventory, discount manager, add. We're just going to do mix and match. Whatever, doesn't really matter what you type in here. It's just a description. And for the mix and match, I am going to do a percentage discount. You can do whichever you want. New each is going to give each item you sell, it's a new price, a new each price. Extended price is going to be like getting 3 for $2.97, something like that. Percentage discount, 10% off. Fixed price discount, give them $1 off when they mix and match, that type of thing. So I'm going to do percentage and then just do 50% off when I buy, and I'll do 3. Let's just, 3 is fine, whatever. Save that. Actually, you know what? Click edit if you have already clicked save, like I said. And then you're going to want to make sure that because it's a quantity of 3 and you're going to 50% discount, or whatever your discount is, you only want to apply the discount if the quantity matches the trigger. Okay, so if you don't have this checked, what happens is once my mix and match quantity of items hits 3, each additional item is going to also trigger the 50% off. That's not what we want to have happen. We want to have each group of 3 gets a discount of 50% off. So I'm going to check this box. And then I am going to hit save. So one thing to note here is if you have multiple rules, the discount order does matter. So you want to make sure that the highest trigger is on top. That way, if it doesn't hit it, it moves to the next. The other way to do it is, that's how you want it. You want to have the highest trigger on top. So that should be listed as number 1. And then you go down from there, because if you have 10 items, it's going to hit that trigger. If you only have 4, it's going to go past the 10. It's going to maybe do a 5 or a 6 item quantity, and then it's going to hit your 4. So in this case, doesn't matter because I only have 1 rule, but once you start adding rules, make sure that discount order that you put the biggest trigger on top. I'm going to hit save here. And then I am going to, let's see, double click to edit again and do manage targets. This is where you assign which items or groups of items gets the discount when you ring them up. So I'm going to click add. I'm going to do an attribute level target, and I'm going to select mix and match. So what this does, and hit save. What this does is any items that have the mix and match attribute assigned to it will now be part of your mix and match discount. You can do item level. You can do more than one attribute group, but each row in here, so if I were to just add beer and add tobacco, the problem or the way that the application works is that it will say, okay, because it's part of the same attribute group, say beer, it would only give those items that are assigned to beer the discount, and then tobacco. So if you were to add 1 tobacco, 1 beer, they wouldn't discount. Even though you had them set up together, they wouldn't discount because they're not part of the same group. So by adding this mix and match group and then assigning that as the target, anything within that is going to get the discount. So I'm going to save that. So now when I sell 3, I'm going to get a discount. So we'll do 3, 2, 1. $6.99. I'm going to sell 3 of these guys. And there you can see it's 50% off. Normally it was $6.99. And if I do 6, also discounted. If I do 4, it's going to be the discount plus $6.99. So if we do, let's see, and now let's add the other item, 4, 5, 6. That one is at full price. I have a quantity of 5 items in here, so I haven't hit the 6. And let's just change this to 2. And there it has discounted 50%. So I have this, I have 2 of them here, and you can see the discount 5, and so it's $10. This one, I have 4 of them at 50%. It was $6.99. So there you can see $3.50. That's 50% of the normal $6.99. So that's how that works, and that's how I would do the mix and match for CashFootprint. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Give us a thumbs up if you like the video, and don't forget to subscribe.